Hey guys, it's Chloe and I am here for another video to help you guys through this whole recovery journey. Whether you are recovering from amenorrhea or chronic dieting, or you are stuck in quasi-recovery from an eating disorder past. Everything that I do is meant to really just help support and guide you guys through this whole process, because I remember how lonely I felt through this process, and not just like lonely, kind of just like I didn't know anything. Like I was just so in the dark with everything, and that really hindered me from going through with recovery, because anytime anything happened, I would be like, what is this? And then I would just relapse. So I'm here to help you guys not relapse, because that sucks and we don't want to do that. Recovery is really amazing, and that's truly, honestly, the place that you want to be. So before we get started, I just want to say that I love that you guys are here supporting the channel, and if you want to support the channel a little bit more, the best way to do that for free is to just hit the like button and the subscribe. So if you're not subscribed yet, definitely make sure you do that and you hit the little bell notification so that you get notified when I come out with a video every Monday. I really appreciate everyone who's been liking my videos, sharing them, and sending them off to other people who could really use this information. Alright, that's enough of that. Now let's get into today's video. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I actually started talking with one of my clients, and like many things, it kind of just like comes up in the middle of the session, and then I'm like, I like this. I should have been using this way before. So my client was talking about fear foods and how she wanted to start challenging them, and so that was kind of like the whole session that we were talking about this. And I kind of just stopped and paused, and I was like, I hate this word. Like, I absolutely hate this. Like, hearing her say it a couple times, just like, oh, well, my fear food is this, my fear food is that. Oh, well, I want to challenge food fears. I want to eat more food fears. And I'm like, you want to eat fear? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Saying or labeling a certain food as like your food fear just insinuates that there's something to fear, and I don't want you guys to be fearing food. It's the opposite. I want you guys to be embracing foods and to have a healthy relationship with it. So something that I had her do, as far as just switching up her language, was calling it new foods, because in reality that's what it is. Because when you get to this place of like fully recovered, like where I'm at right now, and I hear this like word food fear, and I'm like, well, why would I fear foods? Like, this makes no sense. Like, I have a great understanding of food and how it's here to nourish and support my body, no matter what food it is. Because if anything, and this is something else I went through with one of my clients, I was like, list out 10 things that food does for you that's amazing. Because we usually think like, oh, like food just makes me gain weight, and we think of like the one possible negative thing that like, or seemingly negative thing that could happen when we eat food. And in reality, I'm like, that's not the truth at all, and food isn't here just to make you gain weight. And if you were gaining weight by just eating a healthy amount of food, then you're underweight. So I had her list out these 10 things, and she said like, food is energy, food is life, food is strong bones, food is like thick hair, food brings me, happiness and memories and closer relationships and all of that. And I love that, because it's like, that's what helps you see that food isn't the enemy and food isn't bad. So let's say this. Let's say that this is a piece of cake, and you're looking at this cake and you're going like, there's no nutrition in this. Like, there's very little B12 or iron and zinc and magnesium. And so you could look at this and be like, I fear this food because there's nothing in there for me. But you're forgetting that it's like, in here though is one very crucial thing, which is energy, calories, energy. It's all the same thing. And energy equals more life. And so here you go. We just knocked off 2 of the things that were like on her list of like the positive things that food can bring to her in her life. Energy and more life. So how could I look at this piece of cake, this green cake, and say like, this is awful, this is bad, I fear this, when we understand that it's like, if anything, Sure, there may not be a lot of nutrition in the cake, but if anything, there is energy. And energy equals more life because we cannot live without food. That was a tangent. But I wanted her to start calling it new foods because when you are recovered, you don't fear foods anymore because, again, you understand that all food is at least energy. And so when you start eating these foods, the fear goes away. And I've seen this time and time and time and time and again. I can't tell you how often I've had clients who were like, they only eat a certain thing for breakfast every morning. Like they only have like acai bowls. And it's like, okay, well, why are you doing that? Well, this is what I'm used to. I like controlling it. And I'm just like fearful of eating any other food for breakfast. And so then we work on it, right? And we get them up to like 7 days a week, not eating their acai bowl and eating other things. Then first week, it's really tough. Second week, it's tough. Third week, they're like, I found this new recipe I really like. Fourth week, they're like, dude, I never want to have oatmeal ever again. And like all of a sudden, they're loving all the new food that they're eating. So what's going on here? It used to be a quote unquote fear food. Well, in reality, it's the reason why you're fearing it is just because it's new and the eating disorder doesn't like new and it doesn't like change. So I like phrasing this in this more positive light of it's a new food. I have a new food that I want to try. I have a food that is new to me that I don't know yet. I don't know how it tastes. I don't know the texture. I don't know how well I like it. It's all new. And when you say that, it invokes a lot of what I like to call vitamin C curiosity, which is so crucial in your whole recovery journey. If we were just more curious about everything instead of judgmental, like this food is bad, this food is gonna give me a stomach ache, I don't like this food has too many calories, this food, like we're so judgmental about food all the time instead of coming at the dinner table and being like, oh, wow, this smells so good. Wow, this does taste good. Ooh, I'm curious how this is going to make me feel. Is this going to give me more energy? What is this going to do for me? It's a whole different energy, right? And that's the type of energy we want to be coming to food at. That's what puts us in the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest or digest, and not the sympathetic nervous system, which gets activated when we are judgmental, fearful, have anxiety, or start talking negatively about food. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today, is just the importance of rephrasing things in your recovery journey and not falling into these terms like fear foods, because that's just making you more fearful every time you eat them. It's a new food. Yay, fun. Go explore, have fun, try it out. You're not marrying the thing. You don't need to like fall in love with it. So it's okay to just try it and see how you feel with it. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. Make sure you like the video. Again, a great way to support the channel for free. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.